Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's CarsonArc35 here. Welcome back to another episode of PokeFind Minecraft Podcast. Now, the biggest topic that we have for today, and I'm sure is brewing in some people's minds, if they didn't get to the end of the PokeFind video that we posted on Monday, or if they didn't skip to the end like some people do. At the end of the finale for PokeFind that came out on Monday, which I believe is the 19th, I am recording this PokeFind podcast a few days before that comes out. Anyways, the reason I ended it, I'm going to go over a lot of things, but one of the biggest reasons I ended it was the imbalance. So let me explain what I have if I haven't explained myself enough through episodes or clips or PokeFind or Twitter or the end of last episode. The finale itself actually is where I did a lot of my explaining, but when it came down to it, there is something that PokeFind has always done. It is the ability to have anything you want if you worked hard enough at it, for the most part. The game, for when I first played and when I came back to it, for the most part, never seemed pay to win. Now, I'm not stating that PokeFind is pay to win. That is not at all what I'm trying to say. But I'm trying to suggest that the game has an imbalance like people or other games for pay to win. I'm not saying PokeFind itself is that, but there's an imbalance that some people may feel like it's like that. It's sort of there. The reason I feel this is I agree that NPCs should be naturally tougher than the strongest possible wild mons. Or Pokemon trainer mons. The reason for that is like a level 100 versus level 110. That 10 levels gives that Pokemon the boost enough to be stronger, but not such a boost that it makes it so overpowered you can't win the battle. Unlike what I felt was going on with both the Shadow 3 quest and the Team Rocket quest for Articuno on this series. Now, I literally have 3 to 6 hours of footage in separate different recordings, once you combine them all, of just me fighting or preparing for that one boss. That last one we couldn't beat in the finale. 3 to 6 hours of battling him worth of footage. It's all me losing. Me trying different strategies, me training new mons, me EV training, IV training, me trading Pokemons to get like my Dragonite and everything I've had. I did everything I possibly could. I bought a legendary Pokemon egg to get guaranteed good IVs, and I EV trained in him enough. And yeah, it sucks that we got a Zapdos because it was an electric type, which we already have, but at the same time, it was still, once again, an absolute stronger mon. He was the second strongest out of base stats that we had for all of our mons, with Alakazam at 367 special attack fully trained. And then he had 347, followed up by Jolteon being the third strongest at 315. So, that's my problem, is that the NPCs weren't, say, 10 levels above the level 100 stats. They were so overpowered or bulky, or you couldn't do anything. Like, there was a muck that was in there for that final battle, okay? Every single one of my Pokemon couldn't do visible health to the guy. Even Alakazam, who is 90 power psychic stab, has good IVs. I think he has one of the highest 60 to 80% IVs for a natural Pokemon, and he's EV trained. And he didn't do a third of the damage, being super effective stab of 90 base power. I don't understand how that would be possible, but that's what it was. And yet, no matter what move it was or what Pokemon it was, he could one-shot any of my mons. Half of the mons, even if it was a not very effective move, could literally one-shot one of my Pokemon. And I could put a super effective move that would do a third of its damage. And I know I've said this before. I know I keep complaining about it. And guys, I really tried to pull through and finish this series. But when I've done hours on hours on hours of the exact same thing, of training different mons, just to get past this one guy, and it's got to a point where it's a little ridiculous. Because I kept upgrading my team, making them stronger and stronger and stronger, and overall my team was good, and it just kept getting better and better and better, and it was hardly making any difference. We got to the end of that 6th Pokemon of that Team Rocket member maybe twice, and I was in shock that we got there. I was astonished. I had never seen anything like it before. And then when we did, we took the exact same strategy that we had planned to get there in the first place, and we couldn't do it again. when you guys watch the videos, every battle you see is probably about the 4th or 5th battle. So what I do is when I record a bunch of battles in previous advance, and I throw them and I do a voiceover in case I win it while I'm trying to figure out just random strategies to help me fight them. I cut out about every 3 middle battles. So you usually see every the 1st, 4th, and 5th battles is usually around what you guys see, because I usually would switch tactics every 2 to 3 battles because it wouldn't be getting me anywhere. And that was the difference. When we came down to it, we used 3 or 4 different teams switching out 2 to 4 of our Pokemon each and every time. Like, I didn't know what to do besides just sitting there and grinding out insane mons. Like, we already had a Dragonite. It wasn't the world's best Dragonite, but it wasn't bad either. I mean, a Dragonite's base stats are still really, really good. And so what? So with all of that, and we had a good moveset on him, nothing worked. Nothing did happen. And you got to other ones, like with the Shadow 3 quest, his Jolteon could outspeed every single one of my Pokemon. Right? My Jolteon had 385 speed, and his Jolteon still outsped mine. I had nothing I could do, no matter what. As soon as that Jolteon came up, he just wiped the rest of my team with one shot each time. And a lot of people, I appreciate the help. I keep getting told, breed your Pokemon, trade your Pokemon, EV train, which I have done, or search for rare Pokemon. And guys, I've done all of this, and I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the advice. I really do, but it's gotten me nowhere. And at this point, I'm really annoyed and sick of recording a series that I don't see a future to, and I don't want to put out that content that I'm not going to enjoy, because then you guys aren't going to enjoy it. If I'm not having fun or a decent time recording these videos, then you guys aren't going to enjoy them either, because that's kind of the dynamic how it feels. The energy you put into a video is the energy is how much you receive from it, and it can be really, really annoying when we've sat there, and I think this was the 2nd or 3rd video I posted with me battling this guy, and we've gotten nowhere. And it's a little ridiculous, and it really, really upsets me, because this was season 1 of PokeFind, and I wanted to take it all the way through so badly, and I tried, but I put so much work into it, and it got to the point where nothing was happening. I didn't want to have to use egg Pokemon, or have to use special dairy shadow Pokemon, or whatever. You shouldn't have to use certain Pokemon or certain special skinned or Aurora type Pokemon just to beat quests or anything. That shouldn't be a requirement. And it's almost like to the point where those Pokemon are only ones that are strong enough to even do it. Like, I kept getting recommended Shadow Pokemon against Shadow Pokemon for the Shadow Quest. As cool and as thought as that is, and I've done that before when I played on my own for my personal game on a different Minecraft account, which I have talked about before. I had a Shadow Kabutops, I'm pretty sure, and I loved that thing. It was absolutely fantastic. But I don't like the reverse mode, I don't like the secondary damage, and I don't like the fact that I would have to use that Pokemon. I wanted to use straight normal Pokemon for as much as I can. And yeah, I had egg openings and all that, but that was for excitement. That was throw a twist, that was throw something else into the mix, and just to see if we could get anything fun. That was all for fun. We didn't have to do that, and it was something I chose to do, and that's not always the case when it comes to these. The best example for the imbalance that I can show you guys before we move on, because I know I've spent basically 10 minutes straight talking about PokeFind, and that's kind of the entire podcast usually. We're going to make this one a little longer so we can cover everything today, so don't worry about that. We're going to still read off all the comments that I can't wait to read from you guys. But crap, what was I saying? I really don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, my example for Kabutops. Kabutops was my example. When we had that final battle, we had a Kabutops versus Kabutops, and I've used example before because it's a really good example. My Kabutops had high had 90% plus IVs because it was an Aurora Kabutops from the X. So that means his special attack, his attack was guaranteed to be at least 26 or above on Prestige out of 31 of his IVs. Then we EV trained him in attack. And then he had a neutral nature, so it didn't help or go against anything he had. So he was almost the baseline strongest attacker you could get him, right? And he's a water absorb, rock type. So fighting type moves aren't stab, but they are super effective against him. So when we used a Brick Break on a Kabutops from that Team Rocket member, we did a third of his HP. When he did a Brick Break on us, without a crit, he could one-shot our Kabutops. It's that right there. I could see him doing half of our HP, double of what we did. That seems a lot more fair and understandable. So you know what? I can do half of his HP by the time he two-shots me, you know? So that seems a lot more reasonable in my mind, and let me know, guys, what you guys think about that. But it kept occurring like that, and, guys, it really got on my nerves. I still plan on doing Pokemon for PokeFind Season 2. That is not a stopping point. We are still doing that after our Pokemon Nuzlocke finished series, and make sure you stay out to look for tomorrow, which is Thursday, is the very first episode of our Minecraft Achievement Hunt series for Minecraft 1.17. It is a series where we go through the entirety of Minecraft 1.17, or whatever the latest version is at the time, and we get every single achievement. That is the goal. We're going to get every single achievement in the game and 100% the game. Never done it in Minecraft, so I'm really excited and hopeful to do that with you guys. So now that we've covered basically 12 minutes of PokeFind and everything else, let's go into what's more fun about these guys, which is reading your comments and everything. So, Omnipotence, you said try breeding or trading away up for better mons. Shadow quests are relatively easy if you get your own mon for shadows. You commented that about a week ago for me on my stopping PokeFind early. I understand what you're saying, Omni. I really hope I'm saying that too. I really do understand what you're saying, but I can't breed until I beat Gen 4, and I'm playing the gens in order, so I can't breed until I even get through Gen 2 and 3 first. And I want to play in order because it's more nostalgic and more sequential, if that makes any sense, or if that's an actual word, in that type of way. And I feel it's a better series and story arc and season type thing if we do it in order, and I feel like that's how it should be done. So I'm sticking with my order of the gens, but we can't breed. I've traded. I have traded mons, and it's not got me anywhere, and I don't want to rely on shadow Pokemon. So I hope you understand that, Omni. I appreciate your comment, and I hope you have a great time enjoying the rest of the series, but be on the lookout for Season 2. It is coming. Nick, my boy Nick, I see you all the time. You commented that Aerodactyl is too fast. Yes, it is. It's ridiculously fast. Another thing I have to mention about that Aerodactyl is if you guys pay attention to enough of our battles, sometimes our Raichu or our Jolteon would outspeed Aerodactyl. But not all the time. Sometimes, for no reason at all, without any speed boosts or any moves that upped his stats, he would automatically go faster without priority moves either. Every single time. It's like if the order of the Pokemon was different for a certain strategy I was trying, it would change that, and that was another reason I got really upset, because I never knew if anyone was going to go first or not, and it drove me insane. So I had no idea what I was supposed to do about that. Nick, you also commented maybe try trading some Pokemon to get some stuff to help beat it, maybe. I appreciate that, Nick, and we tried trading Pokemon. We did. That's how I got the Gentini. I thought a pseudo-legendary and a legendary added to my team with a bunch of base good Pokemon. We had good Pokemon for the base, and it would help out a lot. It helped, but not enough to even be able to make a dent into it. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate commenting nice vid. It means a lot to me, but Mini Fuego, you've been commenting a little more recently. I understand the dilemma with PokeFind. Just try to overdo it on some things. I appreciate that, Mini Fuego. I'm glad you understand my dilemma with PokeFind, and I'm trying not to overdo it. That's why I decided after about 2 or so weeks of being back and forth on it just to end the series, and I hope you guys all understand that. What else? Nick, you commented again. Challenge idea. Pokemon, but all Pokemon are randomized on response and the randomized typing. So you mean like what I did with, if you go back really far on my channel, before I stopped posting, my Pokemon Black Blind Nuzlocke, which I never finished. That's completely randomized in both spawns and typings. I would really love to try that, but I put my Pokemon, for that video, my 15 minutes to catch Pokemon Showdown battle video, because that's where he commented. I put them in Pokemon Showdown. I don't think you can edit in Pokemon Showdown unless you're battling against someone who also has those edited forms. So I don't think I can do that, but I will look into see if I can find another way to do that. I do appreciate the idea, Nick. That's very helpful. The PNM fan. NM fan. That's really weird to say and get off your tongue. Tricking the AI move lock was pretty smart, too. Oh, that was the electric duo. Yeah, that's when we had the Wigglytuff move lock thing. I appreciate that. That was a good spot for me. And that was the only reason I even beat that battle, was because of that move glitch lock. And so many people make fun of electric type because they saved you here. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people make fun of electric types. But in all honesty, my Pokemon PokeFind episode, the electric duo, Raichu and Jolteon being a combo saved me. Having electric types was absolutely a fantastic part, and it did so much for me. And I think that's actually all the comments I have. Let me double check here. Adam Wall, I met you. I've met a lot of you guys actually, but you specifically have subscribed 3 days ago. You told me to remember you, that you were Adam Redstone 10. I'm pretty sure you are the one I traded for my Jatini as well. I think that's actually on the screen right now. I just traded him. I talked about this trade in an episode of PokeFind. So great, Adam. You actually were featured in a video like you asked for. I did not plan this, Adam. I will tell you straight up. This just happens to be in the clip that I decided to use for my PokeFind today. I did see your messages when you asked me to be in the clips, and I was recording and doing stuff at the time, so that's why I didn't reply, and I do apologize. If you guys ever do see me on a server or whatever, because it was happening a lot with PokeFind, I love meeting you guys on the servers and everything, but if you guys see I'm not responding, or for some reason I'm not doing anything, and I'm either AFK, or it looks like I'm recording, or just not paying attention, it's probably because I am recording or doing something related to YouTube content. So I'm trying just to get some work done, and I'm not trying to be rude and annoy you guys. I'm just trying to get my stuff done, and I'll talk to you guys when I can, or if I'm not tired. So once again, I really do appreciate it. Here's your clip into one of my videos. Probably not the video you wanted, but I do appreciate your support, man, and I'm so glad that you subscribed to the channel and you're enjoying the content. Oh, Killer Boy, you said, what's up, Carson? We talked on the PokeFind server. I was Negan-chan. Hi, man. Yeah, me and you got introduced pretty recently on PokeFind. I would say within the last week of me recording this video. You were pretty chill. We had a nice short conversation. You told me you watch my videos every once in a while, so it means you don't watch all of them, but that's okay. You're watching what you enjoy, and I understand that all the content is for everyone. But I appreciate you joining the Rockstars and everyone, so I hope you enjoy this day. Is there anything else? No, I actually think that is all of the videos for, the comments for today, guys. I don't have any held for review comments, right? No, I didn't think so. Anyways, so guys, I really appreciate the support, and I hope you guys understand why I ended PokeFind early. I hope you understand where I'm trying to take this channel and what I'm trying to do with it. So just make sure to remember that, no, this isn't the end of PokeFind for good. PokeFind Season 2 will start back up after one of my next series ends. I will have an announcement about it. I will have it on my Twitter, so make sure you follow my Twitter at Carson_Rocks35, guys. I will post when a new series is coming out. I will tweet out hints or anything that will be related to it so you guys can know. Anyways, I think that's all. And before we wrap up today's PokeFind, the one last thing I do have to talk about is our PokeFind Podcasts. That I figured would be a question I would eventually be coming up and asked, and what would be happening to them if we didn't have PokeFind. Now, I plan on keeping PokeFind Podcasts. I think this has been a great way to communicate with you guys. You guys seem to really enjoy it. I've gotten a lot of comments on the PokeFind. That's where I've got Omni Peace talking about where I should trade up and breed. I said peace, I mean potent. Sorry about that, man. For the video I posted for PokeFind ending early on my podcast. I also got some comments from Mini Fuego and Nick all there. It seems to be a really great way for you guys to get information. I am very glad about that. And it's a nice week type of thing where you guys can get updates, what's going on with the channel and everything. So that's always nice and good. So PokeFind will continue. Now, one of the reasons it was off and on is because I wouldn't have any more footage, or what footage I would put in the background, because I wasn't going to have any more PokeFind footage, because it is called PokeFind Podcasts. Now, that isn't completely true. So what I plan on doing is, not only, I do have a lot of hours of footage left. I have probably 3 to 4 hours worth of EV training footage left, and leveling training footage left probably. I did make a jump. I skipped like the rest of my Blastoise EV training, and I used this clip, which is my Zapdos EV training and my Dragonite EV training. But I don't use repeated clips. I always use something brand new. So I'll either finish off this clip and go back to where I was before for the next one, or I will continue off of this video that I currently have. But this one's about 3.5 hours long, and I usually just cut 10 minutes off each time. So I know where to stop and begin for each video for PokeFind, and I know what to do. But once I finish off all the EV training footage, the footage I plan on using, if we haven't started off PokeFind Season 2 yet, which will be interesting if I haven't, I plan on doing footage from the Gen 1 battles, like Team Rocket. So I know people are going to be upset that PokeFind ended early. So something I plan on doing is, since we're still going to have PokeFind Podcasts, is I plan on using, if I have any free time, or if I have any extra time and I don't have any real work to do for YouTube, or I don't have, anything I want to relax with and watch specifically in my downtime, I plan on trying to continue the Team Rocket, not the Shadow Quest though, just the Team Rocket quest. The Shadow Quest 3 I plan on coming back for after we beat Shadow Quest 2. But the Team Rocket 3, the final Team Rocket quest, I plan on continuing battling them and going through that quest and putting that footage as the background footage for this. So hopefully we can finish up Season 1 of PokeFind in a way, and we can still get the footage out to you guys, but at the same time, it's not a cliffhanger for anyone who didn't get to see it, or it's not the end of PokeFind Podcast. So it's a way to kind of please everyone. It's the best I can do, and I hope you guys enjoy it and appreciate it. So now that's all I have for you guys to cover today. Sorry for that little rant at the end. I will see you all later. I hope you guys all did enjoy, especially this extra long podcast episode. So I'll see you all later, and peace.